everyone. This is Staci Wallace with WarriorDNA, where we are bringing you relevant news that impacts your leadership development. We've got a great chat that we're going to have today that's going to talk about 3 marketing tips that relate to the Thailand rescue of the boys that were in the cave, that I think are these 3 marketing tips are actually going to be able to give you the momentum in your business that's going to propel you into the future where you need to go. Now, before I do that, I want to tell you we are here out on Lake Louisville, and we've just had an amazing meeting with M Women. Many of you have probably seen on Facebook or Instagram that we are launching M Women, empowering women to change their world. You can actually go see, we're actually launching it tomorrow, but it's live right now, emwomen.com. We're going to be doing our soft launch on it. You can go to EM Women, standing for Empowering Women, emwomen.com. Check it out. You'll see what we're doing, as well as go to our podcast that's launching tomorrow. It's live tonight as well. It's going to be on iTunes and on SoundCloud and on, what else is it going to be on? Stitcher and Google Play, Spotify. Basically, you're going to be able to check it out. We're going to be talking to leading ladies, women with a massive passion to take action in the world. 71% of women right now have jobs. We're going to be talking to how to be an effective, God-fearing woman in the marketplace today. So go over there, listen to the podcast, make sure you subscribe to it, subscribe to this as well on Facebook, share it, like it, give it a 5-star rating, and then be sure and comment on it so that we can make sure that we stay. We're going to actually use that channel as well as our Facebook to really connect with our listeners. All right, so let's jump into today's special event overview. Now, you guys are a part of all these social events that are taking place. This was a huge one. Now, I don't want to undermine what was taking place around the world. There's children who need rescued every day, and I don't want to underestimate what's going on with them. But for some reason, these kids that were stuck in the cave, this is a tremendous story that deserves our attention because it can radically shift your business. Oswald Chambers once said, anything, let's see what specifically, anything things are difficult. Let me say that again. Oswald Chambers said, all noble things are difficult. Now, on June 23rd, something happened that changed the world forever. These 12 young boys were football players, and their coach journeyed into a cave. Little did they know that it was going to be a day that changed their life forever. Monsoon season, rains came in, and they got trapped in the cave for 9 days. Now, 9 days without very much food. I think they had things in their backpack, but 9 days pitch black, and all they had was the water that was drinking off the rocks. Now, you can imagine being in there wondering if you're going to be rescued, wondering if you're going to survive, let alone not knowing what's going on the outside that's having to take place just in order to rescue them. When the first Navy SEALs that got in there was able to identify that they were alive and they were okay. We're going to talk tonight what took place from that point forward. It was an incredible plan of strategy, mindset, skill set, and spiritual fortitude that actually went into play for those young men to be able to make it out. Those 3 things, we're going to talk about them today because those 3 things are critical to the development and the sustainability of your business. Now, listen to this. This is interesting. June 23rd, they go in. Then on July 2nd, they are identified in there. But just because they were identified in a risky situation didn't mean it was easy to get them out. It wasn't until a total of 18 days that they were able to be completely rescued and taken out. Obviously, it was a wonderful story. A lot of things went into play there. But let's look at the 3 things today that you can identify for your business, for your marriage, for your children, for your family, for your life. Number 1 is mindset. Now, this is where the rescue offers us really good marketing clues. Question was asked, how did the boys survive 9 days without food? How did the boys survive 18 days without being able to see their family, see light? Obviously, they were able to get a lot of equipment in there after the 9 days. The coach was interviewed, and one of the Navy SEALs said what he said they did. He said, number 1, we drank water from the rocks, and number 2, I taught the boys to meditate and maintain their focus on good things, on a hope that something good was going to happen. It's interesting that a lot of times when you're building your own business, it's the mind that can play the greatest threat to your advancement and to your business. You start to feel like maybe this isn't for me, I can't do it, and all of those voices start playing in your head. Just like that soccer coach said to those young boys, take time to meditate. What do you meditate on? Meditate on the good, the lovely, the things of good report. Zig Ziglar once said it like this: your attitude determines your altitude. Say that again. Your attitude determines your altitude. There's two power twins that really went into play on behalf of the boys and their mindset: endurance and mindset. Now, why are those power twins? Because you are going to hit struggles. You're going to have times where you feel like you need to be rescued. You're going to have times where you feel like you need to quit. And that is when the spirit of endurance has to kick in and give you the mindset that something good is about to happen. Around our house, we say it like this: hope is the earnest expectation that something good is about to happen. What do you do when you don't have sales? What do you do when your family's fighting? What do you do when it looks like your marriage is falling apart? You've got to have endurance, and you've got to have a mindset of hope, an earnest expectation that something good is about to happen. So number one, mindset. What's the solution? Now, you guys can check this out on my blog. I've got all of this, the questions, the solutions, and a challenge for you on the blog over at staciwallace.com. So what's the solution? The solution for you this week is, what are you doing right now to increase your mindset? We call it personal growth and development. What are you doing to invest into your personal growth, into your mindset? Or are you just listening to the voices in your head? Are you listening to all the naysayers, the people, the negative people around you? Because if you are not filling yourself up with positive things, positive personal growth and development, studying leaders who are where you want to be, chances are you're going to be caught in a black cave and you're not going to have the hope to survive. Hope is a survival mechanism for all business leaders. They believe that on the other side of that failure is a transaction that could change everything. Okay, number two is skill set. You have your mindset, you have your skill set. I want to talk to you about the details of what went into this rescue of the boys in Thailand. There were 90 highly skilled divers, 40 from Thailand, 50 from around the world. So it was a major effort of collaboration. There were 1,000 rescue workers that came together from all over the world. And then get this, there were 18 countries involved. Part of the skill set is your ability to, in order to enact the outcome that you're wanting to get. The skill set that had to come together to rescue those boys was masterful. Now, we can also see what happens is when you don't put skill set into play. If you just go out there and try to freewheel it, it was unfortunate. Hate to have to bring this to light, but there was a former Navy SEAL that went in, got to the boys, and then on his way out didn't calculate the distance of the swim, and unfortunately, he basically ran out of oxygen and died. That's why it's very important to plan your strategy. Count the cost before you're going in. When you do that, it allows you to put the skill sets in place that will allow you to execute the plan. I always say it like this: a dream without a plan is nothing more than wishful thinking. And a plan without the ability to execute through the skill sets is nothing but wasted paper. Right? You can write out all the things you want to do, but if you don't execute on it, you're never going to see that plan fulfilled. So what had to happen for those boys? Brilliant minds from around the world, even Elon Musk got involved in it, was sending a torpedo missile underwater thing. Ultimately, the brightest minds of the world came together to focus on those boys. How do we get them out? You not only need a mindset of a champion, you need the skill set of a champion. And chances are you aren't that good. You need to align yourself, collaborate with others, align yourself with people who are smarter than you, allow them to speak into your life, hire a coach, let someone speak into you. I've been coaching for 30 years, and it never ceases to amaze me that the greatest coaches have coaches, and yet people who want to go somewhere complain that they're not getting there, but yet they don't have a coach. Learn from those who have succeeded. Success leaves clues. Surround your skill set with skill sets that are better than you so that you can execute the plan that's in front of you. So what's the solution? Do something every day that increases your skill set, your knowledge, and your ability to execute. Number 3, the third thing that we saw that went into play to get those boys out safely and in a healthy manner was spiritual fortitude. You got mindset, skill set, and spiritual fortitude. I love seeing how schools were closing down, praying for those kids, giving them an opportunity to really focus in on those young boys. There was a collaborative effort of prayer, spiritual fortitude, pushing towards that cave. Robert Morris is a wonderful pastor. We saw that recently when he went through a dire situation and the body of Christ came together, focused their prayers, and really he had one foot in the grave, pulled him out of the grave, and that is the power of spiritual fortitude. That's the power of prayer. So when you have a plan, when you have a business, make sure that part of your team is a spiritual fortitude team. Even if you're a CEO, corporate executive, you cannot pay too much to have a prophet and a prayer warrior on your team. Why? Because they're able to see forward and pray for what you need right now. So what's the solution? Remind yourself and your team of your bigger why. Have them praying, meditating towards that end result that you're wanting to see. So when you go through a tough time, whether it's as a family or in your business or maybe as a mom, make sure that you have your team coming together, praying for the same things so that you can see the outcome. On Sunday, during the rescue, my son went to the piano, and this is when all this was going on. He went to the piano and he started to play a song that I was pretty amazed. Little did he know that that song was so perfect for this current event. And the song is called Reckless Love. And it goes like this. It says, oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. I couldn't earn it, I don't deserve it, still you give yourself away. And oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, precious love of God. I love this part. It says, no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. No wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. Oh, no shadow you won't light up. Think about that cave. No mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. No wall you won't tear down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. What is that today? The spiritual fortitude is this. God knows right where you're at. There's no mountain he won't tear down. There's no wall he won't tear down. Mountain he won't climb down. Cave he won't dive in. Rescue you where you're at. Do whatever he's got to do. Right now, you might be hurting. You might be struggling. You might be trying to figure out, how am I going to get out of this mess? Maybe you're facing bankruptcy. Maybe you're facing divorce, and you think there's no way of rescue. What you don't know is on the other side of your cave, on the other side of your darkest moment, God has got his angels and a rescue team that are preparing the way of escape for you. They've already got the plan in action. They've already got the strategy in session. You just stay strong. Have that hope, that earnest expectation that something good is about to happen for you, because God is faithful. I hope that this blesses you today. I want to encourage you to, again, go over to the blog, mwomen.com. Check out our new website. Make sure that you go to iTunes or Spotify or one of the places where our podcast is at. Make sure, actually, I want you to go to iTunes is where I want you to go. I want us to get on the news and noteworthy. So make sure you go there, listen to it, subscribe to it, leave a comment on it, like it, and then give us a 5-star rating over there. We'll see you on iTunes. God bless everyone. This is Warrior DNA, where we are bringing current events and helping you with your leadership development. God bless everyone. Have a great night.